it did not take that long. I mean, basically, it was unusual for me to see one by one the animals really looking very relaxed and finally laying down. And I remember there was the last one, that's my alpha female, that finally gave a big yawn and finally lay down, and they were all on the ground, very relaxed. And I may say that usually when there are people around, they don't lay down that easily. We were not right there in the enclosure with them, which again was interesting because we were probably, I would say, 10, 15 yards away from them, up the little hill.
Yeah.
And they could easily see us and things were going on, which usually makes the alpacas really curious and very alert.
Yeah.
And in this sense, they actually relaxed and lay down. So that is fascinating.
Yeah, especially with him kind of waving his arms too.
Yeah.
How long, if you had to just guess, how long do you think it was from when he started the healing procedure, sleeping procedure, to when he stopped?
Maybe 20 to 30 minutes.
And I noticed all of the alpacas laid down. Is that normal, or is that a little bit odd at the same time?
No, I mean, they can lay down all at the same time. But it's usually in the evening. They've eaten what they want to eat. There's usually some up and around. The typical thing with alpacas is that there's always some that are up and making sure that everything is safe. So they kind of take turns in watching out for each other.
Right, but this was in the middle of the day, right? Around
this middle of the day, yes. Right.
2 or 3-ish. I'm not sure when.
yeah. Between
maybe in the morning.
Early afternoon.
Early afternoon. Okay. So, but is it odd for all of them to lay down in the middle of the day like that? At the same time?
I would say that I was a little bit surprised.
Okay. So it does happen sometimes, but you were still surprised.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I do want to recall or tell you another thing that went on that day, which was not recorded at all, unfortunately. And it really started in the morning. And I went out to feed the alpacas and came in with the hay, and one of my females, Valentina, was basically paralyzed in her hind legs and had trouble eating. It was as if her... What happened?
Hi, Cecilia. I'm not sure, actually. It just stopped.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know. But you were mentioning that one of the alpacas was paralyzed in the hind leg, at least seemed that way, and then was having trouble eating.
Is that as far as you heard me?
Yeah, that's as far as I heard you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right. So I called my veterinarian, who could not figure out what was going on with her. She said, I have never come across this before.
So the veterinarian came to the farm or the ranch, or?
No, so she was not able to come to the ranch. This was a Saturday, a Saturday morning, and she was not on duty that weekend and was not able to come. But she told me to give her some Banamine, which would reduce any pain and, maybe relax the muscles a little bit and see if that would work, and she would be able to come on Monday. So that's what I did. I gave her some Banamine. It really didn't help. She still wasn't eating at all in the morning. And then the film crew came. And
just one question, actually. You said she was kind of paralyzed in her hind leg. Was she like unable to stand, or?
No, she was she was standing, but she was walking with very stiff hind legs.
Okay, it was noticeably stiff.
It was very noticeable, and it was very noticeable with her not being able to eat, and she was trying to kind of turn her head upside down so that she could kind of scoop hay into her mouth. It was just very weird, very, very strange. I'd never seen anything like that, and my veterinarian did not know what was going on.
Okay, so you were very concerned.
I was very concerned. I gave her the medication. That it helped a little bit, but not even 50%. She still had trouble walking and eating.
Okay.
And then around early afternoon or midday, the film crew came, and before we started filming, I told Mr. Kanzawa about it, and he said, well, do you want me to take a look at her after we finish the filming? And I said, yes, I would love you to do that. Mm-hmm. And so when we were done with the filming, we walked down to the alpacas, and she was then in a little stall, and he started working on her, probably about a yard or two away from her, never touched her, and it probably took about 10 minutes, and you could see how she started relaxing, and after a while the paralysis was gone.
Wow.
And she's eating normally. So something was going on there.
Wow.
And she never had a problem again. I mean, this made me totally believe in Mr. Kanzawa.
Wow. Yeah. That's amazing.
That was very amazing. And I told my veterinarian about it on Monday, and she said, that is really amazing. And, she wanted to, learn more about it. But, she was very impressed, too.
So, the two books that my publishing company acquired from Tadashi Kanzawa to translate into English are, first one's about him healing and putting animals to sleep around the world, and also a little bit about his healing. And then the second book is almost like a textbook that he wrote on healing. And so both of those books are available, and I can, of course, send them to you for free.
I would love to get...
And you can check it out. They're very interesting. He basically is totally convinced in the healing powers that people that he says everyone has, and he kind of goes into detail about